com, and I want to welcome you to this week's Whatcha Makin Wednesdays. So we have some fun today. It's a brand new month, the last month of the year. So I have new incentives to talk about, new goodies and guts. And I also want to pick the November winners, the November giveaway winners. So I want to give just a few minutes so that I can make sure everybody who's clicked on or whatever, you want to make sure that you holler at me within 24 hours. If I do not hear from you in 24 hours, if I draw your name, I will pick someone else, because I need you to holler at me with your mailing address so I can send you your goodie. So hey Teresa, I just put the air conditioner on just because I have a long sleeve sweater on and it gets a little warm under the light, so I thought, well, I'll just put my air conditioner on, even though it's getting cooler in Arizona. So hey Rhonda, I know, right? Sunny Arizona. Hey Don, hey Pilar. So so anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the names. I also have a new hostess code, and one of the project that I'm going to share with you today is actually one of the things that will be in your guts for December. So I thought, well, I better show it, right? So it's basically, it's kind of a combination of a gift card holder that I showed before and using the beautiful daffodil stamp set that I used yesterday. And I just had to tweak the size a little bit in order to make the daffodil fit. And it just goes to show how easy making a gift card holder is, especially this time of year. So hey Stacy, I know, right? We run our air conditioner so we can wear a sweater. Oh my gosh. Hey Lily, Stacy. Okay, so thank you so much when you share my videos. I so appreciate it. I love when I get a new comment, right? And I'm like, where did you hear about from me? And I love your referrals. So, hey Janice. Oh, yes, I'm from Ontario originally. My whole family is still in Ontario. All over the place there. Okay, so let me draw the tickets first, because I'll flip the phone after. So let me draw the tickets first. All right. So remember, I don't know if I've heard of Shania, Ontario, if I'm pronouncing it right. 3 hours north of Duluth. See, I'm not even sure. I have lived so long away from Canada, I have forgot a lot of the names. Plus, I didn't drive much because I was pretty young when I got married, and we moved to the States. So I didn't drive a whole lot because I went to school, so I took the school bus. If I had to go somewhere, my papa took me. So anyway, I didn't travel that much, right, on my own. All right, so let me get the bucket. So we have our bucket. We got our tickets in the bucket. All right, and I have my little shoe box with the goodies here. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let's see. So the first one I'm going to draw for is the Christmas Whimsy card kit. All right, so let me shake your booty. No boot. I have 2 shoes on like a big girl. All right. All right. So let me pick the ticket for, what did I say again? The Christmas Whimsy card kit. All right. So stir. All right. Winning ticket, Donna Dorner. So Donna, make sure you holler at me with your hey Candy, make sure you holler at me with your mailing address. So Donna Dorner, you won the Christmas Whimsy kit. All right, the next one is going to be the 6x6. I loved this paper. I think this is my last pack. This stuff actually didn't even make it all the way through Celebration because it ran out. So this is a 6x6 bedazzling. And my throat is like going in all my excitement. All right, so stir. Stir. Winner Renee Kuntz. So Renee, same thing. Holler at me within 24 hours with your mailing address. And I'm just sticking the ticket with the thing. All right. Then we have the Feels Like Home. And this was also a celebration. All right, so stir, stir, stir. I'm like reading it. Oh, hey, Ginny's here. I didn't see Ginny. I know I have socks and shoes on. I'm limping though. I wondered about that. It'll probably take me a little bit where I'm not a limper. Well, I learn to walk again. All right. Plus, I don't want to put any stress on it. All right. Jeannie Rao. Congratulations, Jeannie. So, Feels Like Home. All right. So, I'm just sticking the ticket on there. All right. The next one is In Your Words. I love this one. It had such fun sayings in it. Some beautiful fonts. So stir, stir, stir. So it's so exciting to be December, right? Christmas month. It's cooler. Or maybe it's really, really snowy where you live. Ooh, my sister sent me pictures of the snow. Oh, Melinda Hay. In Your Words. Okay, and the last one is the Artistically Inked. And this has got the coordinating die with it. Yeah, I know, right? The doctor was saying, I need to exercise the toe, like hold the toe and then try to push it down, and then hold the top of the toe and try to push it up, to exercise it. And then she was saying, stretch my calf, and I think that's why I'm limping, because my calf is weak. It's like kind of skinny looking, but my ankle is so stiff. It's not as bad today, probably because I was walking on it, but oh my gosh, it was just like rock hard from that stupid boot. But anyways, like who would know, right? Like the 3rd, October the 3rd is when I hurt myself, so almost 2 months to the date. It took all of this time to get me into shoes. It's just craziness. So we need to be very careful when we do things. All right, so stir, stir, stir. Stir. All right. And winning ticket, Nicole Haycock. So all of these people that I called your name. So we have Nicole, Melinda, Jeannie, Renee, and Donna. You want to make sure that you holler at me within 24 hours. I think I had to redraw a couple. Yeah, because it was just, and then it was almost like, because I go, can I walk on a barefoot? Because I thought, well, maybe I won't be able to walk on a barefoot, even if I can have a shoe. And she's like, nope, you're good. I'm like, oh, okay. So it just seemed weird, right? Like one day I was in the boot, and then the next day, although it wasn't the next day, right? It was like almost 2 months later. So in the shower, I'm like, okay, I'm standing on my bare foot, So I'm just, I'm babying it. But hey, I'm just glad that I can get around. I have to go get my hair cut tomorrow, so I'll be driving for the first time tomorrow. So that should be interesting. I'll probably use the cruise control. But anyways, okay, so let me get started. So congratulations, everybody. On the November giveaways. And all right, so let me turn the thing. So like I said, this is going to actually be one of the items that is in the guts, if you choose the guts for December. So let me flip the thing and then I'll explain that. Okay? All right, so hold on. All right, so let me flip the phone. Flip the phone as she looks crazily into the camera. All right. All right, so we have a new month. We have a new month. So that means a new hostess code with our cute little puppy. So EADW3HXF. So that is a hostess code for December. If you are placing an order, please use that if you are not in my stamp club. If you're in my stamp club, you have your own code, and I emailed that to you earlier. If you are ordering over 150, then you definitely don't want to use the code, because then you're going to get your own hostess benefits. So definitely, otherwise, please use that code. And then So this is what I do for the month. So you can either pick goodies. Oh, and the goodies are, hang on, let me show you them for real without tripping over anything. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I thought I had some, they're probably underneath stuff. Or I'll find them after. Anyways, so you have goodies or the guts. So if you order $75 in the month of December, that could be a cumulative. You can pick the goodies, and they're these really cool, I can't tell if it's the sparkle is showing, but they have this fun kind of, they're almost like a bevel. They're very, very cool. So they're the in color gems. So you can either pick these or you can pick the guts. Now the guts will be, so this is the card I'm going to show you today. So it's going to be the guts to make this. So this is what I'm going to show you today. Or this one. Or you have your choice of the calendars. Now the calendars, so let me move this out of the way. The calendars I have been showing you, and I've been making a few more. So there'll be more of a variety. So there's just a few that I've showed, and the Stella and the sunflower. So the calendars, I'm so glad, Rhonda, like that I always just did the goodies, and then I thought, you know what happens if, because some people are like, oh, you know, my team do guts. They're a little bit different, you know, the mystery guts, they do one card a month, but it's fun, right, to do this. So I thought, well, and I love that people are like choosing. Sometimes someone will pick the goodies one month, and sometimes they pick the guts the next month. All right, so this is what your December guts will look like. So you can choose your calendar. The calendars will be done. They will be done. You can say, just surprise me with the calendar. You're not specific, or you whatever, or you can choose. But keep in mind, I have a limited amount of them. So anyway, so you might just want to be surprised. Surprised. So anyways, so this is what your guts would be. So you have your little finished calendar. Then you have the supplies. Okay, so these are the supplies that will finish this card. Now remember, nothing is stamped. So you will stamp, whatever you have at home, but you got your pieces there. And then you got your inside piece of paper, and then you have your piece of cardstock that you can stamp whatever you decide to put on there. So that is the one. So let me put it back in there so I don't wrinkle it. So that is the supplies for that card. And that is a Joyful Life stamp set that I used. So if you want to make it identical, that actually is retiring, so you want to grab it. The clearance rack got updated today, and the last chance sale started today, because some of the items are up to half off. All right, and then this is what I'm going to show you today, which is actually a gift card holder, and it's a little bit different size than I did before. And then you get the supplies you need for that. So with this one, same thing. Nothing will be stamped, but you have your paper in there, so you can stamp whatever you want on it. But you do have your happy. So your happy is in there. That will be done. So you could have it be like I made it today, be happy birthday, or you could have it be happy retirement, or happy whatever, You would just use whatever. Okay, so let me close that. And then here's your pieces of paper, right? To stamp your tulips or your daffodils or whatever you decide that you're putting on that. All right, so there's that. And then you have your embellishments. So you've got a couple different embellishments. Your tree may have different color fruit on it. And then you have your wobble in there too. So your little wobble thing is in there as well, because that one card has the wobble on it. So you have the little wobble in there, and that's something that I just get off of Amazon. All right, so if you have any questions at all, let me know. I just wanted to make sure that I showed you the pieces right away. All right, I'm just going to stick that over there. So let's get started with this card. So remember, the little calendar, they came pretty fast in the mail. Yeah, the little calendars, I ordered some more so I don't run out. All right, so this is a card I showed before. And then I wanted to do one with the daffodil, and I wanted to make it a happy birthday since this will be a December guts. I didn't want it to be a Christmas thing that you were getting. Not that you wouldn't have to put you could put something else because it doesn't scream Christmas. But I wanted to make it be like a birthday gift card, right? So anyway, so that is what I ended up doing. So let me show you the dimensions for this one, because like I said, it's a little bit bigger because the daffodil was taller, right? Oh, I'm glad that you like the guts. So the daffodil was taller, so I just wanted to fill the card a little bit more. So I just changed the size of, it was super easy. It's still 5.5 wide. That didn't change. But what it is now is it's 9. So it's 9 by 5.5. So you're only going to get one out of a 8.5 by 11 piece of, or 8 by 10 or whatever the heck the cardstock is, unless you do 12 by 12. So it's just 5.5 by 9. And then I scored it at 1 inch, and then I scored it at 5 inch. So that's what gave me these dimensions. And I love, these are so easy and they're so adaptable, right? To fit. I wanted it to fit in the envelope, so that's why this is the size it is, because the envelope, where is an envelope? Did I put in an envelope? Hang on a minute, let me get an envelope. Because I had made it a little bit bigger and then it wouldn't fit in the envelope. So see, it fits in a standard envelope. So that's what, you know, why I did the size I did. All right, so let's get our pieces going. So we have a piece of basic white, which is just basically going to go in here. And then that gives you something that you can jot a little note on. Thank you for sharing, Dawn. You can put a little note on there or whatever. You could stamp on there. I'm just kind of keeping it plain because I want to have a bunch of these made up and I don't know who it's going to. So I don't want to go love, you know, in case I'm giving it to someone that I don't necessarily want to put love on their card, you know. So I can always add that later. All right. And then I'm just going to use my green tip glue. And I'm just going to glue these edges. I need to get a new green tip glue because this one's being finicky. This one's being finicky. I'm going to squeeze it over the garbage pail. Ugh. Squeeze over the garbage. Where is my picker tool? Hang on a minute. It's got like that little booger that sticks in the right there. See? This is what I call the booger, right? It's a long booger. Isn't that gross? But hey, if we've had kids in our life, we've all had boogers in our life. All right, so there we go. Much better. And it's really my own fault because I am not sealing. I'm not putting the lid on tight, so I'm allowing air to get into there. Oh, Cindy, you are so sweet. You make my head swell. All right, so there, I'm just like going to hold that down a little bit. Now this DSP is actually Christmas DSP, but it doesn't look like it because I used the other side. I just wanted to make it look like a garden, right? So I just picked this DSP. This is a painted Christmas, actually. Like even that would look good with it, but that is more Christmassy. So this just looks like a garden of leaves. So that's what I picked. And then, so this is the DSP I talked about the other day that is coming back. So if you want to, you know, use this throughout the year or make Christmas cards for next year, you want to grab some packs of it. It is coming back, but it won't come back till next year. All right, next Christmas, next holiday season. All right, so this just gives that pretty little lip a little bit of decor. Let me pull my gift card out of there. So now we've got our little gift card. So you have room to write or whatever. All right. Then this is just going to go on the front. And then I'm going to color my daffodils a little bit different than I did yesterday. Different color because this is garden green. Yesterday I used old olive. And this is got garden green in the DSP and pear pizzazz. So old olive looked okay with it, but I wanted to make sure that I used the green because it definitely stood out better. All right, so there we have that. All right, so now we have our fun little daffodils. So I have already cut them out like I did yesterday with the shimmery. We're gonna do our letters the same as we did yesterday, so I can do that after. Hang on a minute. All right, so these are the colors I chose. I have my water painter. I am still gonna be watercoloring. So I have my water painter all loaded with the water. I have my little, whatchamacallit, my little cotton round to clean my water painter when I'm not using it. All right, so just pull up a little bit and I'm just lightly putting on the polished pink. I love that polished pink. If I was a lipstick wearer, this would be my go-to color. And then I'm just going to put a little dark here in the center. And then it just gives your butterfly just a little bit of highs and lows. I would love this as a nail polish too. All right. Then I'm going to do, so my daffodils today, I'm going to choose 2 different yellows. So I'm going to pick daffodil. Let me get this out of the way before I put it in the ink pad. So I have daffodil, but I'm also going to use mango. And it looked so cute together when I was playing. And I'm like, I am totally adding 2 different yellows on my daffodils today. But we're going to start with our lighter color. So we have our lighter daffodil. Just a quick coat of that. And see how fast it is? It's just so fast. I don't even go all the way to the end. I like to have the ends be a little whiter on the ends. Just where the light from the sun would be glowing on it. Oops, that's a leaf. Actually, it probably is. No, it isn't. It's the flower, but it could be a leaf. It's very forgiving, this set. Very forgiving. Because who wants to stress when they're stamping? Not me. All right, so then we got flower here as well. And even this one, I was like, is this a leaf? And I think today I am putting that this is actually one that's going to be sprouting soon. So I have changed that one to be yellow. All right, so then I'm going to go into, and look how cool this is. So I'm going into my mango. And now look at that. Oh, I love, it's got a little bit of a different look than just using more daffodil. It's got a totally different look to it. So it makes it even look more watercolory because you've got 2 different yellows going on. So look at the difference than how when I did it yesterday, when I did just did the 2 yellows. So see the difference by using the 2 yellows? Oh, it looks so watercolory. I love it, love it. All right. So then we'll do the same thing here. It's just so easy. So anybody can watercolor. I don't want you to stress over it because just do it with the flowers because nature is just, it's so easy to color. So I shouldn't say that because some people do stress a little bit, but I don't want you to stress. So look at how adding the 2 different yellows changes it. Oh, you just pre-ordered the daffodil bundle? Oh my gosh. Cindy, I think I ordered Now the shimmery paper is in the main catalog. It's in the main catalog. It allows you to play with the water a little bit. Now it's not even like, I don't have tons of water on there. I mean, you don't want it to be too watery. I mean, you want to squeeze it now to clean it, but you don't want it to be too watery because then you're waiting for it to dry. All right, so now let's do our leaves. So now today, instead of Old Olive, my leaves are going to be garden green because that's the color cardstock I picked. So I'm just going in here and then I just move it around so it's not so dark. And then we're just going to paint our leaves with that garden green. And it looks totally like it's like a fresher kind of look. Old Olive is, I love Old Olive. But garden green is almost like a brighter, happier green. And Old Olive I find is more, it's more earthy, maybe. Like, does that make sense? All right, so this is just more, it's not as cheerful as Granny Apple. Granny Apple is really, all right, so there's one coat. So we move that aside so that it can dry. If you keep messing with it while it's wet, it just kind of pulls the color around. So you want it to definitely dry in between adding your dark and your light. Now I am just using the garden green. I didn't use two greens for the leaves like I did the yellow. All right, so there's those. So see the difference? So, because doesn't that look like it could very easily be another daffodil starting to open? All right, so then this is good and dry. So then I'm just gonna pick up, so it's a little bit darker, and then I'm just, every so often, I'm just putting a little streak of the dark. You don't have to coat it all the way. You just want it to be a little bit. All right. So it's super quick, super easy. And these are really easy to make. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a gift card for Guts. All right. So there we've got that. All right. Then what else do I want? I want my polished pink pad and my little scrap of paper. So these are all good to go. And I want to make this be a birthday card, right? Oh, did I use Stays On ink? Yes. No, I used, this is shimmery paper, Joanne. I did use the Stays On because I'm using watercolor. And so I use the Stays On, and then it, you know, it's, it dries. You know, I had the pad out yesterday. What did I do with it? But no, I used, this is just shimmery cardstock, which is in the main catalog. Where is my main catalog? I'm just waiting for something to fall on the floor. All right, but it's in the main catalog. It's just called shimmer paper. And then, so yes, and then I stamped with the Stays On. All right, so now what I'm using is I'm gonna go with Happy Birthday. Now the Happy Birthday came from, and I just looked through my catalog, and I wanted a greeting that had birthday in it, but I wanted it to be kind of righty looking because the happy is righty looking. So I picked birthday. So, but you could even go, you know, happy congratulations, or, you know, I like this greeting because it has a lot of different sayings in there. So, all right, so now I'm going to go happy birthday, and I'm using the pink that I used for the butterfly, so it's kind of all coordinates, things make sense. Sometimes you don't realize why you do things. All right, so that's going to take a second to dry. Let's get my butterflies and my daffodils out with my gel pen. Oh, I love the shimmer paper. But you definitely want to use the Stays On, because then it's not going to bleed. Now, if you're using your Stampin' blends, if you're not watercoloring, if you're using your Stampin' blends, then do not use the StazOn pad because it will run because it does not get along with the blends. So you want to make sure if you're using Stampin' blends to color your daffodils, then you're going to use the Memento pad. All right, so I'm just adding a little bit of white here and there. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Just a tad. But where those little stamens are. All right. And half the time, it's just, you don't even realize what you're looking at. But it's that white gel pen. All right. So then I'm going to do the same thing as I did yesterday. I'm going to glue this to the happy with my green tip glue. Less is more. And then we're going to trim it. And you could almost not trim it this time because you've got all the leaves behind. So it's totally up to you if you go, if you choose the guts. You might go, you know what, I'm going to leave these. You know, because you've got that garden behind. You might leave it. All right, so let's see here. So I'm just dropping that on there. And then I'm just trying to make sure I have about the same white around it all the way around. Hold on a minute. Get that up there. Get my P. That sounded gross, didn't it? Get my P in order. All right. All right, so there we've got our happy. So let's see. Then we have our cards. So what do you think? Do you want me to leave these or does it look too Christmassy? Does it look too Christmassy if I leave? I could just, you know, have one way and have one the other day. All right, so we have our daffodils. What say you? Do you say leave the little things? Oh, thanks, Cindy. Do you say leave them or cut them off? Let me show you the difference. So this is cut off. And then that would be left on. So, all right, so while I'm deciding, let's put this on. And I'm using dimensionals because I want this to have a little bit of dimension to it. Because you're giving somebody, you know, a gift card for their birthday. So we're going to make it be extra special. So we're going to have there be some dimensions to it. All right. So very similar to how we did it yesterday. Now this one's going to go over here, so I only want to put dimensionals on this side of the flower because this part will rest on here. So then I want to get a glue dot. Whoops, look at that. I hit the phone in all my excitement of the day. Sorry about that. All right. I'm probably like way close now. I just like gong right on the phone. All right, let me scoot up. All right. So I put a little glue dot here. And then that's just going to help this stay here. Like that. All right. Leave them on. Okay, I will leave them on. Oh, someone says cut them off. Cut them off. All right. So what I'll do is one is cut off. Personally, I kind of like them cut off because it makes me, because maybe it's not supposed to be white, right? If I'd have done the words in a different color and then I did this in green, then it would make sense, I think, because then it would be that holly or whatever those are. Otherwise, right now they remind me of fingers, like little fingers. So I'm just going to cut them off. All right. And I should have put it on. I could see now I didn't glue my happy on as straight as I should have. Okay. And then I'm going to take my gel pen and I'm going to put a little bit of highlight on my green. Too fussy? Okay, cut them off. Oh, it's not too bad to cut them off because I just kind of follow the line of the green letters. If I had to cut the whole thing out, no, that wouldn't happen. But see, this die already cuts these out. So I'm just basically changing the look of it and making it be plain instead of fancy with the little holly fingers or whatever they are. So we're just basically changing this kind of Christmassy into an everyday happy. So it doesn't take too long. All right, so there's our happy. But before I glue it on there, I'm going to take my gel pen. I'm going to put some lines on my happy just to highlight it a little bit. It just emphasizes that happy just a little. And then you just want to make sure you don't touch it while it's drying, because then it smears. All right. So then my happy has a little bit of a highlight to it. All right. So while that's drying, I'm going to cut out my birthday. So this is just my polished pink birthday, and I'm just kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So it kind of has the same feel as the happy. But like I said, you could pick anything. Just go through your stamp cupboard and find something that goes with happy. You know, or whoever you're giving the gift card to, whatever the occasion is. If you're giving it to somebody that's retiring, you could go happy retirement. Maybe you're giving somebody an engagement card. So you could say happy engagement. So happy goes with so much. You could leave it plain, right? You could have it just say happy, you know? Happy to know you. And then you don't even put anything else. All right. So then I'm going to get some more dimensionals. Dimensionals. I'm just going to cut these in half. And this is when I should have used the baby ones. But I have the mama ones on the desk. All right, so I'm just picking these in half, and I'm just putting it just on a few of the letters because it is going to overlap my daffodil. So I don't want to put any on the H because it's going to go over that daffodil. Okay. So it's going to go over the daffodil. So we have happy. So it sticks up. Now this is loose, right? So that's when we take our picker tool and a glue dot and just pick that up. And I'm going to just lift the H and just set that up underneath there. And now that's in place. All right. So let's get our cute little butterflies, and you could put Wink of Stella on them if you want them to be sparkly. It's totally up to you. All right, so we're going to put our little butterflies. I love these butterflies. They're such a cute little design on them, and I love that they have like the soft little edges. They're not jagged. All right, so we have that. Then you have your little bling bling. So you'll get your bling bling as well. Not a whole pack. You'll just get like 3 pieces. And these are the Elegant Faceted Gems. I love these so much. So you're going to get some of those. And those are the ones I showed you. So you might get, you know, too big and a small, too small and a big. So you'll just use what I give you. All right. So there is, so isn't that so cute? All right, so there's that one. So these are, so you'll get this if you pick the guts. And then, of course, you know, whatever calendar. So here's a different calendar. So the calendars will be done. So remember, The calendars will be done. If you want to be surprised, I'll just surprise you with the calendar. You won't know what one you're getting. But anyways, so I'm just going to have fun this month and make them. I am contemplating a class in December. And if it is, it's going to be the Nature's Harvest. The Nature's Harvest. So I'm contemplating. If you want me to do that as a class for December, let me know. Because December's an odd month, right? In regards to businesses, I think, because you should take some time off, be with your family, but at the same time, you want to keep busy, and stuff like that. So anyway, so hopefully that it is such a beautiful set. I'm definitely doing the daffodil bundle as a class. Maybe I'll do that in January, because then it'll be active, right? Like right now, only demonstrators can order from the mini catalog, because it's not live till January. I also will have a DSP share coming up, so I'm waiting for my order so I can get that cut and kind of show you what entails for that. But so anyway, so I want to thank you for joining me. I hope I said everything I wanted to. And but if you have any questions, reach out and let me know. And otherwise, I will see you Friday for my Dies shorts. So have a great night, everyone. And thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me today. All right. Bye for now.